Well, it's time for another speaking tip. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk to you about a subject I've covered way back in my speaking tip series, but it's a very important subject. And the reason I want to actually talk about it today is last week I did a seminar and this became in the Q&A, the subject everybody was talking about. And that is the whole aspect of authenticity as a speaker. And I've talked about the fact that when we stand up in front of a group, we can have a bit of an identity crisis. And we're not sure who we are, so we try to become someone we think the group wants to see, or somebody we're supposed to be other than who we really are. And the authenticity comes into really focusing on what is my interest in the audience. And when you look at it, what message do I really want to give to the audience? What are my stories? And what I'll see people do is they'll watch other speakers and they'll want to speak like that speaker. And so they'll say, well, that was successful. I'll do what he did. Now, again, in life, we do this a lot. We watch other people and what we see successful actions with other people, and we have a tendency to mimic those other actions. But if you look at the people that really break out, the people that really make strides in their own success, it's the people that are true to their own message, their own authenticity. And if we can see this in the music world a lot, because if you look at most of the musicians that really make it on their own are writing their own music, they have their own sound, they have their own certain way they sing, regardless of the genre that they're singing in. And then you have sort of the epitome of mimicry, which are what we call cover bands. So you have a Beatles cover band or a Queen cover band or the Rolling Stones cover band, and they dress like them and they sound just like them. And it's interesting, nobody ever says, we're going to go see blank, the name of the band, they're a Beatles cover band. Even when they promote them, they'll say the name of the band and they go, a Beatles cover band. They're known as a Beatles cover band or a Rolling Stones cover band. And of course, I'm dating myself back to the rock and roll I grew up with. There's probably people are going to go, who are the Beatles? But if we look at that from a speaking standpoint, the speakers that really make it on their own are the ones that break out with their own stories, their own messages, their own style. And here's one I'm going to challenge you with, their own quotes. You know, Zig Ziglar had to come up with all these things that are now, he gets quoted all the time. Martin Luther King Jr. had to come up with all these quotes that he gets quoted on all the time. Abraham Lincoln had to come up with all these sayings and he gets quoted all the time. Gandhi, same thing. These people were true to their own authenticity and we quote them. Well, there's no reason that you and I can't be true to our own authentic self and that we get quoted. So come up with our own quotes, come up with our own speaking style, come up with our own stories, our own messages. Look at your life, figure out what is it? What's my interest in that audience? What message do I want them to really get today? How do I really feel comfortable delivering this where I'm more myself in front of the audience instead of less myself in front of the audience? So just to refocus on that, this is where we want to always be moving as speakers, is to becoming more and more ourselves in front of the audience. And that has been quite a journey for me. So I also just want to tell you, this isn't something you just decide, oh, I'll be authentic. And I get up tomorrow and I'm authentic. No, that's quite a discovery process. But you keep working to be more authentic and less the mimicry, less the cover speaker. Keep working on your authenticity. And as you build that, it will become stronger and that will become more and more and more the major style that you have with your delivery. It is a journey, but it starts, to quote Confucius or whoever it was, with a single step. Or maybe I said that. I'll see you next week.